Good afternoon, Thrifty Adventurers. Laura here. It is time for Monday's What Sold video. Sorry it's a little late going out today, but I have been stretching myself thin, so I've been working and I've decided I'm not busy enough, so I started to do fundraising for my daughter's school and for our Little League baseball league, so I am running all over the place. But anyways, I still want to get this video in for you today. Last week on eBay was much better than the previous week, thank goodness. So hopefully it will continue to pick up. I know they're still working out things. I know there's still glitches out there, so it never hurts to try other venues at this point. You can always try cross-listing. I have stuff on Poshmark and stuff on Etsy, and I do sell a little bit on Facebook groups occasionally, so it never hurts to try those as well. But I'm going to go over my numbers here, and then we'll dive right into what sold for the weekend. So I had 54 items sell. There were, I'm trying to think, I sold some on an M&M Facebook group. I sold 5 items on there for a total of, one set was 85 and the other 2 were 60. So 145 there. And then Poshmark, I had 2 sales for a total of $45. Etsy, I also had 2 sales for $85, and the rest were all eBay. My cost of goods were $230 for $38. My fees were $214.62 for a total profit of $981.82. Average sale price of $26.50, right where I like to be. So not too bad. Let's jump into what we had going out. So we'll start with a Snow White Lennox figurine. This one I got at Goodwill a while ago. It does have a chipped finger on it. That's why it took a little bit longer to sell. It did still sell for $33.16. Disney Lennox items are always a good pickup, especially if you can get them for a good price. So always look out for those. Next, my favorite pajamas to sell, Nick and Nora. This was a Nick and Nora pajama set. This had like macaroons all over it. It sold for $29.01. I got it at Savers for $5, and it only took about a week to sell. Next was a set of McDonald's toys. These were Power Rangers. Sorry once again if there's noise in the background. But these I got from a lady at a garage sale that I know, so I picked them up for $1. They sold for $12.05. I don't do too much with McDonald's toys, but some of the vintage ones from like the 90s will still do well, especially if they're sealed and you have like a set. I wouldn't pick up an individual one, but if you can get like a set or a good lot of them, they can be good. Next was a Sega game. I don't even know why I just didn't donate this. I sold it for $3. I know I got it in a lot of other games, but it really wasn't worth my time for shipping materials. But at least it's gone. Out it goes. Next was another pair of Nick and Nora. These were just pajama bottoms. I don't normally just pick up the bottoms. I normally pick up just the set. This was from a while ago, so I have lived and learned not to pick up just the separates. So I do only pick up the sets now. This sold for $11 and probably took 6 months to sell. Next was some ornaments. This was another item that I got in a big lot at the auction that now I would just donate. But at that point I was listing like everything. They only sold for $5.37. I've had them in my store forever, so I am happy that they are going away. But in the future I wouldn't, I don't like to list anything under, especially under $5. Don't really like to list anything under 10 unless I know it's going to be a super fast sale or something. Next was a World of Wonder book. I've talked about World of Wonder in the past. They're normally like 2 stuffed animals that talk to each other. They have wires. And then they also have books and clothing and different accessories that go with them. So just the books can do well. This one was a Mickey Mouse book. It sold for $10.75. Next, this picture shows both Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. These are peekaboo canisters. They are very good to look out for, especially the Mickey Mouse set. But some of the all of these, like they call them peekaboo canisters, will do well. This one, there's normally 3 in a set. I only sold Winnie the Pooh out of this. So a lady contacted me, said her Winnie the Pooh broke. Would I be willing to separate? Since I didn't have all 3 to begin with, I was fine with separating the set. So I sold it for $20 plus 15 shipping. Shipping only cost me 10, so I made an extra 5 there. So $25 for the 1 canister. So I'm happy with that. But if you can get like the full set, they'll normally go for 80 to over 100, depending on which characters they are. Next was a pair of Under Armour shoes. I got these from Ross when I was trying to flip them. These did not. This was a fail for me. I don't remember what I bought them for. I think I spent like 15 on them. They sold for 27, so I did make a little bit, but I sat on them for a while. I did look them up when I was in the store, and I thought the soles were good, but obviously I was wrong. So they did sit for a while, but happy they are gone and out the door. Next was another Department 56 item. This is another small one from my estate lot. This sold for $7. Next, and I do know, going back to that for a second, there's an error in the listing for this. I have the listing title, and I am going to, my kids cannot stop being noisy. So I am very sorry. But anyways, so I have Department 56. The name in the picture does not match. I had the buyer contact me and ask me which one was correct. So I worked it all out with them, but always watch when you're doing a whole bunch of multiples, because I've done this a couple times when I'm listing a lot of the same type of items that I make mistakes there. So always watch what you're doing. Lesson learned. Next was a snow globe. This was out of my personal collection. I bought this and I just decided to get rid of it. I needed room for other ones I liked better. So this one is sold for $27. Once again, Minnie and Mickey doesn't sell for tons, so this is one of the lower end ones. Always look out for the other characters, or big intricate ones will do better for you. Next is a Betsy Johnson blanket. This was another item I got from Ross. I got it for $10 and it sold for $25, so not too bad of a flip, easy to ship. Next is a Snow White music wind up. It is too late in the afternoon, you guys. Wind up figurine music box. This one was a vintage one. It is by Schmid. It was, I believe, 90s. And this one sold for $28.16. I picked it up for a few dollars at a thrift store. Not too bad there. Next was a Peanuts nightgown. I got this for $3 at Savers. It only took about a week and a half, or no, a few weeks, I should say, to sell. It sold for $20. Easy, nice flip. Nice and cheap to ship. I charge for shipping. So $20 plus shipping, and out the door it goes. Next were some Dockers. This was also part of a clothing lot. It is not a brand I normally pick up, but this was a big clothing auction that I got, so I sold these for $10, and they're gone. Next is a J. Crew cashmere cardigan. This was an extra small, so I wasn't sure if I should pick it up, because the smaller sizes do not sell as well as the bigger sizes, and they do tend to take longer to sell. But I figured since it was a cashmere blend and J. Crew is a good brand, it would still be a good pickup. I got it at Salvation Army only a few weeks ago, and for $5, and it sold for $25. And then last were some LuLaRoe leggings. These were also out of my personal collection. I have too much LuLaRoe and I needed to get rid of these. So I just lotted 3 leggings together, and they sold for $20. So I was happy with that. That is everything that I had for the weekend going out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment below, let me know what you enjoyed, what your favorite sale was. Let me know how your week was. And I will be back at the very least next Monday. So I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Hope you have some great sales, and go have yourself a thrifty adventure. Have a good day. Bye-bye.